y'all, it's Lindsay. It's been a hot minute since I've been able to sit down and have a chat face to face with you, so I thought whenever I found this pocket of time today, I would get her done. If you're new here, I follow a keto-friendly way of life. I like to share that here on my YouTube channel in the form of what I eat in a day videos, recipes, also sit-down chatty videos like this, live streaming, lots of different things that I do here. Probably none of them well, but if you are interested in following along, I would love to have you subscribe and stick around. For my returning viewers, how are you? I am not drinking coffee today because I decided I'm no longer having coffee in this room. This past, 7 days, I've had 2 major coffee incidents, and these chairs that you see here, they're a very pale creamish white color, and I've had to use the carpet cleaner on them twice. So we're eliminating opportunity for me to stress myself out further. I thought today I could just kind of give you a little bit of like what's going on around here. We are officially back in the swing of things with homeschooling rhythms, routines. We're getting back into it with all of our extracurriculars. As a side note, if you are new, my husband and I, we have 3 girls. I homeschool them, and we just this year added the youngest into the homeschooling mix. So it's proving to be a new challenge for me. I've educated number 1 and number 2 through, the point that they are now. And what is this? Is this our 8th year of homeschooling? Yeah, I think it is. But as each kid gets older and more capable, it tends to be, you tend to forget the little things like, oh, wait a minute, attention spans are really short, slow it down or reorient or take a break. So, the big girls, they've got a longer attention span than the littlest, and I'm just having to remind myself daily, like she's not even 6. She's not even 6. She's not even 6. So that's what we've been doing around these parts. We've still got our community things that we do, our church things that we do, home group and all that jazz. So we've been busy around these parts. And I was thinking through, like, right now, my highest priority is getting us back into that rhythm for this school year. Just like finding the daily routine, finding what works well, getting everybody like oriented back into, we're no longer having just like summertime where all you have to do all day is play or go pull weeds. Now it's, let's be intentional about how we're spending our time so that we can learn what we need to learn and do that well. So prioritization has taken place, and that means I haven't spent as much time here on my YouTube channel. This channel is just a hobby for me, but I do love it so much. I love sitting down to edit a video, get it uploaded, just share it. I think I also just really love being able to verbally process my thoughts and things. And while I love those things very much, I've just had to let that sit on the back burner for a minute while we, got our priorities in line. And I was thinking through the fact that prioritization has been kind of a common theme in different seasons of our lives. We have to be focused on what is actually priority. And if we're focused on those priorities, it doesn't mean that we're no longer like willing to devote anything to those hobbies or to those other things that matter to us. It just means that it's not the right season for those things. Case in point, I started eating a sugar-free, low-carb whey back in January of 2016. I quickly figured out that I was doing the keto diet. And once I kind of had a moniker for it, like an actual label for it, I dove headfirst into over-researching absolutely everything. And it was overwhelming and it consumed my brain cells. And at the time, it was one of those things where that was my highest priority, was learning how to function in a low-carb, keto-friendly way, how I could modify things so that my family would eat the foods that I was eating and just add in those carbs that they preferred and not make it weird. So, in that season of life, I wasn't so focused on trying to educate my children. I wasn't so focused on hosting. I wasn't so focused on the different activities that the girls are doing. It was a different time. The girls were much younger. And so the priority, I was able to focus in on what my food looked like, how I fed my family, how I nourished how I nourished my peoples. So that was a lot of words to say the exact same idea. I pray you are blessed. Okay, so as I was thinking through those things, I was thinking about how in different seasons, like there are different priorities, right? When we first moved out here to Ohio, we made friends quickly with a variety of different people. And one of the families that we befriended, they have a kid who is highly allergic to food dyes and certain preservatives. So it became a priority for me in that season to learn about food dyes, preservatives, what is okay for this friend, what is not okay for this friend. And as I did that, it started to reorient my brain toward, should we even be allowing these things for our children? As a side note, our children do not eat a keto diet. They eat the things that we eat, plus carbs. We allow them to, bake muffins and brownies, and I bake bread, and there's a whole plethora of things that I do in their diet that I personally would not choose because it's not the season for me. But I still believe strongly in the keto diet. I am just unwilling to make this a battlefield for them, and I just want to guide them by walking it out for myself, if I could be so bold. Okay, tangent aside. So I learned about a lot of different things that were harmful to our friend and decided, a lot of those things are probably harmful for my children as well. So let's not do the dyes. Now they occasionally will get dyes. It's going to be okay. The priorities are different for every season, right? So after learning a lot about dyes and the preservatives and things of that nature, I started to make it a higher priority to be intentional with what the girls eat. Like I said, they do eat things that my husband and I wouldn't eat, but they also eat loads of things that we would eat. I do keep a plethora of snack options for my husband and I on hand that are keto friendly. And I am also happy when the girls ask if they can have those items. They love kid food. They love the granola bars. They love the mac and cheese. They love to eat crispy chicken tenders. They love those things. But having alternatives as an option is super helpful. So, and it's also a convenience factor too, right? Like I can easily home make granola bars or some other kind of a chewy bar for them. And in fact, I have a recipe here on my channel that is a sort of like a raspberry granola bar type thing. And I can definitely do that. It is way more convenient for me to have prepackaged items or some shelf-stable items for days when it's super busy, when we are out doing activities, or when we get home late from activities and need to whip up something quick. The Perfect Keto mac and cheese is actually ideal in those situations. I can cook up some noodles really quickly and make a side dish in minutes without having to go through and think, okay, I've got to go and steam some cauliflower and then drain the cauliflower. And then I've got to go and mix it all up with some cheeses and, some other seasonings and things. And then I've got to bake the thing so that way it's got like a nice tender mac and cheese feel to it. Well, a cauliflower version of macaroni and cheese is delicious. It's also a lot more time consuming. So I can pull out a Perfect Keto mac and cheese box instead. And like I said, cook up the noodles, add the packet of sauce mix, some butter, and it's a super fast side dish to go along with whatever else I'm cooking. And it takes little hands-on time. I like that a lot. The mac and cheese is really good for that. I also like to just cook up the noodles and then mix in freshly grated like Colby Jack cheese or some other kind of like block cheese, and then add in a little bit of cream cheese for that creaminess factor. So it makes it nice and gooey, but also like super decadent. That's a really delicious way to do that one. And that is an easy way to sort of reorient something that they love into being something that supports my priority of health. It's just like one of those things that's familiar enough with them, but I feel better about it, and everything is all about how I feel. So there's that. On that note, Perfect Keto is giving us the Labor Day sale this week, and it is a buy more, save more type of sale, which is the kind I absolutely appreciate. The entire site is buy more, save more. So it goes from the 28th August 28th, all the way through September 5th. So the day after Labor Day, Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. And you can get one item and get 15% off. 2 items gives you 20% off. 3 items is 25% off. 4 items is 35% off. And 5 items or more gets you a 40% discount on everything in your cart. There's no coupon code needed. You just add the things to your cart and the discount automatically applies. Every additional item changes what the discounted rate is. So you don't have to plug anything extra in. I do have an affiliate link here in my description box. When you use my link, you do support my channel here. I get a tiny bit of commission while you get those great discounts. So if you choose to use my link, I am honored and appreciative of your choice. There will be loads of people here on the YouTubes sharing the Perfect Keto Labor Day sale. So save some money. Choose who you want to spend your money with if you choose to spend your money at all. And yeah, thank you so very much. So for now, my priority is really just trying to navigate the new routine, the new rhythms as best I possibly can, making sure that I'm, kind of touching base with all of the things that I am responsible for and navigating those well. I don't take my children's education lightly, and that is sort of where my energy and my focus is going to be now. And yeah, that's that's what's been going on in my world. That's where I shall be for a while. I will find pockets of time to be able to sit down and have videos or do recipes or that kind of thing, or maybe even pull together some more what I eat in a day videos, because I find those super helpful to me. But because of the fact that my priorities have shifted, my quality on my content is probably gonna be a little bit lower. So forgive me for that, but also I appreciate you working with me on it if you are hanging around. So I see children in the background who require my attention. That is my priority. I will go check on them, and I hope to see you over here in this video that YouTube thinks would be a perfect fit for you to watch next.